Hello everyone, this is Lorna and I'm back with another Duel Links video. As far as dueling Yuri for the rest of this event, this is probably the best I'm going to get out of him. You know, out of spite. Apparently he can feel spite. Alright then. You still have a rerun, so, I mean, you're not really that dangerous to me. Although your support is. Although, during this event, I apparently benefit from your strategies. Maybe I should do that more often. Well, I really like summoning 2 shooting star dragons more. So I'm not sure what's going to actually win in this context. But, let's see. I want to beat my high score. Am I going to do that? I'm not sure. But again, I think this is the best I'm going to get out of Yuri. Though after this, I'm probably going to fit another duel into the video. Especially if I can buy another high level card. This hand really didn't give me much, but unfortunately I had to make this very tough decision. I like to equip cards to cards I want them equipped to, but I need a monster on the field if I'm going to exceed summon. And I'm not even sure if I'll synchro summon in this duel because it doesn't look like... I don't know. I might get lucky. Let's see if I do. Okay. Well, I'm going to exceed summon now. And then Power of the Guardians goes to the graveyard. You know, it would be very nice if I could synchro summon. I would prefer my usual strategy. Admittedly, Cyber Dragon actually helped with the strategy. So, taking it out may not be the most wise of decisions. But what purpose did it really have in the deck besides having fusion material? I mean, there was fusion material when I used it, but still. You might be like, what were you thinking about? Oh, I was almost going to do something stupid. I was going to make a card count as a tuner while it's on the field. In a deck that is mostly tuners. Yeah, imagine how dumb that is. And then imagine something even dumber than that. Honestly, I've outdone myself, I swear. Okay, well. How do you feel today, Yuri? Are you bored by any chance? Would you like to hear about the time someone died because I was... Would you like to hear what happened to the last person that died? Wait, hold on. Do you want to hear about that time the last person that bored me died? Yeah, it was quite hilarious to watch. I say like I didn't forget that entire duel even happened. And the only reason I remember one of them is because Belle was in the duel. Right. Well, Adrian still bored me. I accidentally called him by his Japanese name once, and I don't want to give him any respect. I mean, admittedly, calling him by his dub name is still pretty respectful, honestly. Especially from me, but I don't really give a shit if that's respectful or not. Calling someone by their name doesn't really make them respectful of you. I mean, just look at Spectre. Honestly. Like he doesn't respect half the people he talks to. In fact, I would even go so far as to say he respects pretty much no one except himself and Revolver. He respects Revolver, and that's it. And if Revolver told him to respect someone, he'd probably respect them only because Revolver said so. A standard yandere, am I right? You might be like, how does Spectre count as a yandere? He doesn't, except for the fact that he seems like someone that would be one. Headcanon. Wait, oh my god, this is... It's turn 10. I'm going to blame this on Adrian. It's his fault. He destroyed my brain cells because that's just what he does. I mean, when you bore me, you destroy my brain cells, and remembering your existence for 5 minutes apparently also does that. You know, I could blame Lightning instead, but blaming Adrian is funnier. And because, come on, who blames everything on Adrian? I mean, seriously, everyone blames everything on Lightning, and that's funny because it actually is his fault for a lot of things. But a lot of things weren't Adrian's fault, so it's funny. Which is why, wait, you know, I'm still pissed. Why did I do that? I just admitted that it's not as funny to blame something on someone if it's not true that they're responsible for it. I just admitted, but do you think I mean it? And because in my head, it must be funny because I actually said it, right? Being able to tell that some people wouldn't think it's funny doesn't mean that I don't still think it's funny. Yeah, that's right. I almost called Yuri Spectre. Wait, I almost called Yuri Vector again. And dear God, what is with me? Although I still think that the worst name I've called Yuri to date is still Jesse. Like, what the hell did Jesse do? He wasn't even... Dude, seriously, I wasn't saying I want Jesse to be a raid boss. I said I want you, Belle, to be a raid boss. But in that outfit they put on Jesse. And, you know, as one of those weird recreations of the mind, you know, since Belle isn't possessing Jesse anymore, and obviously there's no reason for them to do that. I'm not even sure if they could if they wanted to, unless it was you, Belle, at the gate. But seriously, that event doesn't really have to happen. Unless, of course, you're me, in which case it absolutely should. But, I mean, I wasn't saying I want Jesse to be the raid boss. Just that his cards would probably be used in the event, which is different from actually doing him. When Belle was using those cards the entire time. And obviously Jaden knew that wasn't Jesse because Jesse doesn't act like that at all. I mean, my memory is terrible and even I know that. Although, in Jaden's pursuit to find Jesse, he did a bunch of shit. But, I mean, Belle kind of was responsible for a lot of things, so, there's that. But none of that would have happened if Jaden was taught healthy communication skills. I don't think his parents taught him that. I think that's why he had to send Belle into space, because his parents clearly didn't teach him how to actually communicate with people about his problems. I mean, honestly, They seemed kind of, how should I put this respectfully? I'm not even sure if I can. They just seemed kind of negligent. I mean, not fully negligent because they were sort of there, but I don't really respect his parents either. I mean, trust me, there are reasons for that. You might be like, what are those reasons? And I'm gonna ask you this. Would you like to know about it? Well, if you've watched GX, you already know probably what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, do you really want to hear about it again? Well, I actually have been through some of that myself, though I don't really think that what I'm talking about was in the dub, so I don't really know if that's how it would. You know what? My memory is vague on this one. I don't remember much of what happened in the dub, or dude, I just don't remember censorship very well. And also, there are reasons I don't think it would be in the dub. Because I went through some of that shit, and why would I want that to be... Why would I think a child should see that? Or even hear about it? Or even put a child through that, no less? I mean, honestly, that was fucked up. I mean, even though I got desperate, that doesn't... I mean, I consented. Jaden didn't consent to that, or half the shit that happened to him in GX, to be fair, but anyway, moving on. It is turn 6. It is turn 6, and I would like to... You know, it's very difficult for me to get over what I just did. And I can blame Adrian, but it's absolutely not actually his fault. That doesn't mean I respect him, though. And if Adrian was turned into a raid boss, I think I'd be pissed. I mean, honestly. It would be a pretty interesting way to continue my villain arc, if I'm even still having it at that point. I mean, honestly. You might be wondering why I still have this big problem with Adrian. Because he bored me. He was a boring character. You might be like, how? Your opinion does not mean I have to explain my opinion. Because that's not how this works. My opinion may not sound proper to you because I refuse to explain it. But I have partial anhedonia. Do you really think everyone is going to have the capability to entertain me? What Adrian did on screen was absolutely the most... It wasn't entertaining. There is just nothing I can say that can work that into entertainment. Nothing. I don't have the mental gymnastics. I gave them up when I developed anhedonia. And it's partial, yes, but that is not really something I can fix. I cannot make my anhedonia go away. That's not how anhedonia works. You might be wondering how anhedonia works. I don't know. Professionals are still trying to figure that out. All I know is I'm not really going to pursue treatment because part of me is at least still functioning. And my therapist thinks it would be a good idea to try that, but no. I'm probably going to go into therapy and feel like I'm not actually interested in pursuing treatment. And she might be curious as to why. And it's just It could backfire, that's why. There are people that have tried to get their anhedonia treated and it got worse instead. I don't want that risk. And also, I'm used to having anhedonia at this point. It's just the fact that when it was crippling, that was the issue. Now, do I still want it, even in a partial state? Well, no. But here's the thing. Alright? I'm gonna tell you this, and it's going to be very blunt. Are you ready? Are you ready to hear it? Brain, can you work with me here? I'm too excited about... Oh my god, I can't remember! I said I was going to say something. Why did I forget? That was something that was important. You may be like, important how? Well, at least I destroyed him. I don't think that's good enough. Even it's not good enough for me. I want better. I demand better from myself in all areas of life. Well, that's close to beating my high score, but it still isn't beating my high score. And that is my fault because of stupidity. I was... No, brain, stop. No, oh my god, no. I'd like to pull a Chaz here and be like, will you guys stop? Okay, I've got another high-level card I can use. This will probably also be longer than necessary, but... Yuri? Pissing me off is not wise. Guys, that will conclude this video. If he spawns at a high level, like 40,900 again, I can come back. But I don't think that's happening. Which is why I'm auto-doing this, because I'm going to use currency to finish the rest. Anyway, I don't think I'm coming back, but who knows? I do have a title ready, if that in fact is possible. And that's only possible if I decide I'm in the mood. And I can only be properly in the mood if I'm sticking to what I promised. So, if Yuri is going to do what I want, it better be very, very soon.